This gorgeous salad has lots of big flavours and it's slightly surf and turf too because I'm going to be using some chorizo sausage and calamari. I love it. The first thing we need to do is get our chorizo really crispy and render out some of the fat. So we're just going to take it out of the pack and cut them into rounds. We want them to be about 2 centimetres thick. I want some texture in this salad. I don't want everything to be small. So we're going to cut them. And the best thing about chorizo is it's a pork sausage with lots of fat through it, some paprika and also garlic. So when it does start to cook, the fat will render out and flavour everything else in our salad. So 2 chorizo for this recipe. And I'll place this into a cold pan and spread them out, place them cut side down. We're going to turn the heat on. So as the pan slowly heats up, more of the fat will render out as opposed to putting that in a really hot pan and it'll just seal it. So while the chorizo is cooking, let's get onto the squid. I like to clean my squid at home because I can see that they are fresh if I buy them in their entirety, but you can also get your fishmonger to do it for you. It's very simple. You take the skin away, remove the quill and the insides, and detach the tentacles. That is my favourite part. So for the hood, we're just going to cut them into rounds. That classic squid ring and the other two. You want about 300 grams of squid for this. And I like them to be of a medium size or a small size. I don't want them to be too big because I find them slightly tough. So I want these to be tender. And there's 2 ways of cooking this squid. You can either cook it really slow to make it quite soft or flash fry it, and that's what we're going to do. Anything in between that, you'll get tough squid. So that's just a few little tips when preparing your squid. Okay, that's looking good. We'll pop that back onto the plate. And now for these little tentacles, we'll just even it up. And they're going to curl up nicely. And then I'll just cut these in 4. All right, let's have a look at this chorizo. It's smelling good, the fat's rendering, and we're getting some nice crispiness. So now that this heat has come up to quite a high heat, we're just going to add some extra oil so we can cook our squid. So about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. This is also going to make up our sauce. So in with our squid. And this is where we work quite fast. We're going to give it a shake, coat it in that lovely oil. Ooh, that's good. We'll use a spoon just to separate it. And you know that the squid is ready when it starts to transform. So it's gone from translucent to white and it firms up. As you can see, it is almost cooked. Now the chorizo is already seasoned with some salt, but I do need to season our squid. Some salt and some freshly cracked pepper. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat off now. We'll give that one last toss. Ooh, that's good. And we're just going to let that sit there because it is going to continue cooking while I prepare the rest of this salad. So in a bowl, some garlic that I'm just going to mince. So 1 clove of garlic. Some chilli. You could also use some smoked paprika if you don't want it to be too hot. So chili flakes, I'm going to say about 1/4 teaspoon. The zest of 1 lemon. Always like to grate my lemon straight over the bowl so we're not losing any of the lemon essence. And then to make the dressing, I need some of the lemon juice. So we'll cut that in half and give that a good squeeze. Into the bowl. One tomato. I'm going to cut the tomato into really rustic chunks. This salad's all about being quite organic with the look of it. So we'll just cut that as is. When you're using your tomatoes for your salad, please, please, please make sure you bring them out of the fridge if they are in the fridge. When they're at room temperature, they taste so much better. So again, cutting this one. Some chickpeas, good old canned chickpeas. If you're going to use the canned chickpeas, make sure you rinse them really well under some cold water. So about half a can. And some parsley. Here I'm using the parsley almost as a lettuce leaf, but I do want to wilt it slightly. So I'm going to add this to the pan with our squid and our chorizo and coat it in that chorizo oil to extract as much flavour out of the parsley leaves as possible. Okay, give that another toss. And we are ready to toss everything together. So I'll grab a spoon and we'll add all of this into the bowl. I did tell you it was a bold salad, lots of colour, and all of that oil will finish off making the dressing. So drizzle that in, don't waste any of it. We'll give that a really good stir. You can actually smell the parsley as it warms through. Okay, to finish plating this off, some charred sourdough bread. I'll serve one portion, getting an even amount of the chorizo, the tomatoes, and that lovely fresh squid that I got from my fishmonger this morning. And just to finish it off, some really good quality extra virgin olive oil to tie everything together. There's just something about squid and chorizo that works so well. You see it a lot in the Mediterranean, and you can see why. Sweet squid, you've got spicy, salty chorizo. Match made in heaven right there.